All right. So Jay-Z and Rock Nation have received backlash after setting up a $300 million scholarship fund in Philadelphia. Now, they announced last week that they'll be distributing the funds to students in the city via scholarships to private schools for grades, from kindergarten through 12th grade through the PASS program, which is Pennsylvania Award for Student Success program. Now, the criticism comes because politicians and members of the public have allegedly just been saying that this is undermining public schools and it's more in favor of public education. And one critic wrote, just to be clear, for those not in Pennsylvania, the legislation that Jay-Z is supporting here is a Republican-led effort to gut public education, spearheaded by a future Trump cabinet member, Jeffrey Yazz.
It is, guys, this is school choice. This isn't $300 million coming out of Jay-Z's pocket. This is $300 million coming out of taxpayer dollars. It's school choice. That's all this is. This is a voucher system. And just
public school continues to suffer.
Well, and by the way,
I'm confused.
But by the way, this isn't necessarily a partisan issue. While there's a Republican leading this, and that might be a scare tactic, there's a lot of parents who are like, yo, the bureaucracy at public schools, the things not getting done, the money not being handled right. I want my child out, and I want to pick the school. I want my tax dollars, and I want to send my kid to the school. That's where all this charter school stuff comes from.
Yeah.
Because charter schools are technically public schools, but they basically they've diverted funds away from public schools to a different type of school system to work around, whatever was wrong with the public school system. And so there are individuals of all walks of life and of all economic brackets that are tired of waiting for public schools to figure it out. Now, I don't know what's going on in Pennsylvania public schools, but there are people who are pro-public schools and they want to make sure kids are taken care of. And then there's other people who are like, you know what? I can't be worried about other kids. I need to worry about my kid. And so I'm putting my kid where my kid can be the most successful. And then there's the reality that there is no research that supports putting your child in a public school, a private school is better than a public school. What a private school does have often, though, is better resources, better.
That's really it.
You know what I mean?
Better network.
Better network, better other things. But academically speaking, there is no research that says a private school is necessarily better for your student. You have to know what's good for your student. So yeah, it's controversial. 1,000%.
And it's not charity.
What? The way I read the article, this was not Jay-Z giving $300 million. Read it again, Laura Stiles.
Let me see. So it says it just says Jay-Z and Rock Nation, they announced that they will be distributing these funds through a scholarship program, through the PASS program, Pennsylvania Award for Student Success. So it says they're distributing the money. So that's the part.
And remember the Reform Alliance, Michael Rubin, Philly, Pennsylvania, Meek Mill, Philly, Pennsylvania, Rock Nation. They've been working in Pennsylvania. Remember to change significant laws there. They've been working with lawmakers there, governor, mayors, all this to change laws there. So maybe they have been brought on to distribute these funds.
But is it their money?
But I don't think it's their money. I think they're just overseeing the distribution of the funds. To make that and I'm sure that it was done under the guise of making sure that it was done in an equitable fashion. To make sure that kids who haven't been getting these opportunities do get these opportunities. So when you look at it through that lens, you could say, okay, this is awesome. But then you go, wait, this $300 million is coming out of the same money that would have went to public schools. So what's happening to the kids who aren't in this program?
Right. But I guess we'll update you when we get more info. But that's your Flash and Lights report.